wanna go write a million songs if that's the way to be. I'll write a classic to beat them all and go down in history. I'll be the one to reach the stars, but only if you're with me tonight, 'cause that'll be the life. I'm gonna go write a million songs if that's the way to be. I'll write a classic to beat them all and go down in history. I'll be the one to reach the stars, but only if you're with me tonight, 'cause that'll be the life. 'Cause that'll be the life. 'Cause that'll be the life.
Hello again and welcome to episode 31 of Main Street Martin, the third part of our Enchanted Princess Mediterranean cruise for June 2023. In the last episode we moved from Italy to Greece and the island of Crete before sailing on to the Turkish port of Kusadasi for another fabulous excursion to the ancient city of Ephesus. Don't forget that you can still check out that and all of the other previous episodes, including our 2022 cruise on the Regal Princess, right here on this channel. If you enjoy any of the videos here, please make sure you click on the like button, ring the notification bell to be informed of any future videos, and make sure you subscribe. And also don't forget that comments and questions are always welcome. This is the only city in the world to span two continents, where Europe and Asia meet. There are so many things to do here, from exploring the stalls of the world's largest bazaar, visiting ancient mosques and churches, and admiring the stunning jewels in the impressive Topkapi Palace. Before exploring the city, we were very impressed indeed by Galata Port. This is a major development, including the port terminal, around 250 shops and restaurants. There's a hotel, the Istanbul Modern Art Museum, and other cultural and entertainment facilities. The complex is certainly a great introduction to the city, and if you're lucky you may even get lots more, because at certain times of the year it hosts festivals. Istanbul has of course dominated the Straits of Bosphorus for 25 centuries. As Constantinople, capital of the Eastern Roman Empire, it was a metropolis of stunning splendour when the great cities of Europe were mere villages. Once again here we decided to explore this fascinating city on our own rather than take an excursion. We wandered through the city streets, taking in the sights, including the impressive Galata Tower. After crossing the river, we explored the Grand Bazaar, which takes you back in time to the 1400s, when this was an important centre of commerce. Winding our way through a maze of 65 streets was fascinating, although I'm not sure we saw all of the 4,000 shops and cafes. This is one of the largest and oldest covered markets in the world, attracting between 250,000 and 400,000 visitors each and every day. In 2014, it was listed number one amongst the world's most visited tourist attractions, with no less than 91 million annual visitors. And it's often regarded as one of the first shopping malls in the world. The Spice Bazaar is also one of the largest bazaars in the city and the most famous covered shopping complex after the Grand Bazaar. There are of course many mosques in Istanbul. Perhaps the most famous and most popular with tourists is the Blue Mosque. But we came across this one, the Fatih Mosque, after crossing the river near to the Grand Bazaar. It's a stunning Ottoman mosque, originally constructed between 1463 and 1470 on the site of the Church of the Holy Apostles. Seriously damaged in the 1766 earthquake, it was then rebuilt in 1771 to a different design. It's named after the Ottoman Sultan Mehmet the Conqueror, known in Turkish as Fatih Sultan Mehmet, who conquered Constantinople in 1453. The whole complex was completely restored in 2009 and again 10 years later, and it reopened to worshippers in 2021. We enjoyed exploring the city on our own, despite having to politely decline countless invitations to buy something, eat something, or drink something. The Turkish approach to selling anything is relentless. One thing we didn't realise though, when we crossed the Galata Bridge with its many fishermen dangling lines over the side to reel in countless fish, was that it's actually a double-decker bridge, and downstairs are a number of cafes, restaurants and bars, and this was the one we chose for a relaxing drink. Istanbul is certainly rich in history and primarily known for its Byzantine and Ottoman architecture. Despite its development as a Turkish city since 1453, it still contains many ancient Roman, Byzantine, Christian, Muslim and Jewish monuments. As always, there are a number of excursions you can take with Princess, but we thoroughly enjoyed exploring Istanbul on our own. With very tired legs though, we returned to the ship to enjoy some time by the pool and recharge the batteries for the next day, when we'd wake up in Greece again and take a tender boat to the beautiful island of Mykonos. Mykonos is close to the mainland, and that's why it was one of the first Greek islands to become an international travel destination. During the late 60s and early 70s, it was famed as a haunt for the rich and famous. The island's nightlife is well known, with many restaurants, bars and clubs, and the sound of music and parties everywhere. But there is another side to Mykonos, the neighbouring island of Delos. In classical mythology, Delos was the birthplace of Apollo and his twin sister Artemis. Travellers to Delos can stroll among the island's vast ruins, which include 3 temples consecrated to the sun god and the famed Lion's Walk. This is one of a number of excursions available, ranging from beach discoveries and visiting the island's villages to Mykonos town and the Maritime Museum. Mykonos town is also fun to explore, with narrow streets packed with boutiques, restaurants, jewellery stores, souvenir shops, tavernas and cafes. The island's famous windmills are also found just south of the waterfront, and it's a great place to take any holiday snaps. A day in Mykonos was just what we needed. It's a picturesque island and we certainly did lots of walking, but it was a completely different pace to Istanbul and we found it very relaxing and welcoming. But before long the day was coming to an end and we had to get the tender boat and return to the ship. The next 2 days would also be in Greece. We would have a day in the capital, Athens, followed by another Greek island, Santorini. And you can see what we get up to in the next episode. But in the meantime, don't forget to check out the other videos on this channel featuring the rest of this Mediterranean cruise, eco parks and theme parks in Mexico, Orlando, Georgia, Tennessee and others in the United States, as well as various countries in Europe. And you'll also find city breaks in the UK and Europe, as well as short breaks providing top tips, hints and ideas. If you enjoy any of the videos here, make sure you click on the like button, ring the notification bell to be informed of any future videos, and make sure you subscribe too. And I'll see you next time in Piraeus for episode 32 of Main Street Martin.
I'm gonna go write a million songs if that's the way to be. I'll write a classic to beat them all and go down in history. I'll be the one to reach the stars, but only if you're with me tonight.